Welcome to Fun with Annuities with your host, me, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent. Can annuities be fun? Can contractual guarantees be fun? Absolutely they can. Find out the brutal facts about annuities with no sales pitches or high-pressure nonsense. Just the brutal and factual annuity truth, which is all you need to hear. Let's have some fun with annuities, and let's have that fun start right now. Hey, this is Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Yes, I do sell annuities. A lot of people are saying, Stan, you're so brutally honest and brutally truthful about these annuity products. You do sell them, right? Yeah, I do, when they're appropriate and suitable, and that when people are buying them solely for their contractual guarantees. So, as I said before, I am licensed in all 50 states, and if you want to quote or you want to talk to me, you can go to theannuityman.com and you can connect with me or my group there, and we can help you out. Today's topic is how to determine if you even need an annuity. Great story. Before I got on this recording to record this podcast, my first two calls of the day, and if you go to theannuityman.com, you can schedule an appointment with me. And these people both had scheduled a call, and they both went through their stories and their background and all their financial history and their goals. And at the end of both of those calls, I told them both, right now, my determination based on the facts that you gave me, you do not need an annuity. They were stunned. Of course, they asked again, do I sell annuities? Yes, I sell annuities, but I only sell annuities for their contractual guarantees and only if they're appropriate and suitable for your specific situation. So that means I'm listening, and I'm not going to fit a square peg into a round hole, which kind of leads to another story now that I'm thinking about it. One of the places I live is in Florida. I also live in Nevada, but one of the places I live is in Florida. My mom lives in Florida, and she's 80 years old, and she gets these bad chicken dinner seminar invitations all the time. I do too, but I just throw them away. Now, she goes because she loves to eat free food, and heck, she'd listen to anything. She went to one the other day, which was actually wasn't an annuity. It was for cremation services. They gave a food seminar on cremation services. And of course, my question was, did they serve burnt ends, like the barbecue, the burnt ends? Because if I was doing a cremation service seminar for food, I would serve burnt ends. Everything would be either blackened fish or blackened, because it's part of the joke, right? I digress. Long story short, I laugh at these bad chicken dinner seminar agents. I know they're nice people, and I'm sure their wives are nice and their kids are nice, but you have 100 people in a room and you're trying to sell one product, and typically the bad chicken dinner seminar circuit now is turning into expensive steak dinner seminars, which kind of leads into the high commissions involved, which is true. They're selling indexed annuities. They're saying, hey, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you have a sprained ankle, a sore throat, or if you need income or no income, or what. You're going to buy an indexed annuity. It's one size fits all. It's not. And so I laugh because every one of these things my mom goes to, of course she saves everything. And when I go down there to see her and check on her, she's like, look at all this. Look at all this, Stan. Tell me what I'm like, oh my God. And all of it's indexed annuity stuff. And trying to explain indexed annuities to the public is like trying to show paintings to blind people. In essence, those index call options are really, really, really complicated. But long story short, the point I'm trying to make is you cannot just have 100 people in the room and say, all of you need an index annuity, or all of you need an immediate annuity, or all of you need a deferred income annuity, or all of you need a variable annuity. It doesn't work like that. And so today's topic is relevant forever in the annuity industry, is determine if you even need an annuity. And a lot of people do not. It has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with gender. Now, in saying the age part, obviously, I don't think youngsters need it. They need pure market growth, and annuities aren't market growth products. We'll get to that later. But, that's in essence what drove this podcast is people always calling me that they went to this seminar and this person showed one product. I'm like, how do you show one product? Annuities are commodity products. So the other thing, someone recently said, well, what's your background, Stan? You seem so confident with all this. You're like, you're just arrogant about it all. Well, I'm a little cocky about it because I do know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for a long time, 3 decades, thousands of clients, and I do understand how annuities work and how the contracts work. I've written 7 books and thousands of articles, etc. So my background, just if you care, is I was with firms you've probably familiar with if you're older, like I am out there. They're no longer, they've been absorbed or whatever. I started out with Dean Witter a long, long time ago, which was then purchased by a company called Morgan Stanley. I like saying Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley purchased Dean Witter, and I worked for Morgan for a long, long time. And then I decided to try to find a very small firm to go back to, kind of like the Dean Witter days, a smaller firm. And I went to a firm called Payne Weber. Remember Payne Weber? All of you nod out there, you oldsters. And then Payne Weber was purchased by Union Bank of Switzerland, which is known in this country as UBS. So UBS bought Payne Weber. So Dean Witter, Morgan Stanley, Payne Weber, UBS. So I get markets, I understand bonds, I understand all that stuff. I don't do that anymore, primarily because over 85% of all trades are non-human, algorithmic, black box, high velocity trade type things. I'm out, man. I mean, today's market is like surfing beside a cruise ship. You're either going to catch a really good wave or you're going to get sucked under the boat. And in my opinion, individual investors in the stock market, I know, you can throw dart at these type of bull markets and be good at it. But I just think individual investors provide liquidity to the institutions. It's an institutional market. So I drink my own Kool-Aid. I invest solely in fixed annuities, and I am a big life insurance proponent, even though I don't sell life insurance. It's the best return on investment you'll never see because you're dead. So with that being said, how to determine if you even need an annuity, I've come up with 2 very easy to answer questions. And the first one is, what do I want the money to contractually do? Underline contractual, bold it, capitalize it. So what do I want the money to contractually do? And when do I want those contractual guarantees to happen? Now, the reason I'm pounding the table contractual is that in the indexed annuity, variable annuity world, and just disclaimer, I don't sell variable annuities. I don't sell variable anything. I sell fixed. I sell contractual guarantees. But never make an annuity buying decision on hypothetical, theoretical, back-tested, projected, hopeful agent return scenarios, or juiced proposal numbers, or ratcheted up numbers, or step up numbers. Anything that's non-guaranteed, don't buy it. I mean, you're buying a contract. Don't buy the dream. You're going to own the contractual reality. For all of you Texans out there, don't buy the sizzle because you're going to own the steak. So those are the 2 questions, because annuities are transfer risk products. They're contracts, not investments, in my opinion. So they're contracts. Buy them for the contractual guarantee. So you have the 2 questions. What do I want the money to contractually do? And when do I want those contractual guarantees to start? The second thing that you need to use, which is an acronym that I've developed, trademarked. If I had a tattoo, it would be tattooed on my arm, but I don't have tattoos. My daughter does. Maybe I can convince my 21-year-old daughter to get this. And money, right? The acronym is P.I.L.L. P-I-L-L. P stands for principal protection. I stands for income for life. L stands for legacy. And the other L stands for long-term care. So principal protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care. So we all understand principal protection. It's not losing any money, peeling off interest, etc. Then there's income for life, which, by the way, annuities were put on the planet for income for life. Annuities can be traced back to the Roman times. The Latin word for payment is annua, A-N-N-U-A, and the dutiful Roman soldiers were given payments, annuas, for them and their families for their dutiful service to the Roman Empire. Those were the original single premium immediate annuities, and not much has changed since then. I mean, it's a transfer risk based on your life expectancy. Income with annuities is primarily based on life expectancy at the time you take the payment, not interest rates. Rates play a secondary role, but it's primary life expectancy. So that's income for life. L is legacy. For those of you who cannot qualify for life insurance, which still is the best legacy product on the planet, then, I always say, for the guy out there or the gal out there, smoking Lucky Strikes with no filters and drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels every day, first of all, God bless you, you goal setter. But secondly, you're not going to get underwritten for life insurance in most cases. So what do? There are guaranteed issue fixed annuities that have attached riders. Riders are attached benefits. In English, what a rider is an attached benefit that will provide a death benefit to your heirs. There's not many of them out there. There's some, but you don't have to go through any testing, blood work, etc. It's just guaranteed issue. That rider attached benefit grows by a specific percentage. And then, when you pass away, when your Learjet hits the mountain, going full steam ahead, and you're dead, then that money pays to your beneficiaries. It's taxable, whereas life insurance is not taxable to your beneficiaries. Death benefits attached to annuities are. And then the last L is long-term care, confinement care. Now, long-term care is a health insurance product, and the best coverage for long-term care is traditional long-term care. I don't sell it, but there are some annuity-type products that in a perfect world, when the unicorns chase the butterflies and everything's wonderful and the planets align themselves and we all get along and there's no partisanship out there and all the cable channels are telling the truth, then, annuities with long-term care, confinement care riders should be used for secondary coverage. So what I'm trying to say, in a perfect world, it's a secondary coverage product, not a primary coverage product. Never, ever, ever, ever have some Yahoo agent convince you to cash in your long-term care and replace it with a long-term care annuity. Just please don't do that. It just doesn't make sense whatsoever. My mom always calls me every year. My dad passed, and she's mad because when they applied for their long-term care, which they had paid for, my dad died, before, they got to use a lot of the benefits. So obviously a Southerner like her is mad. She goes, should I keep mine? Yes, you should keep yours, Mom. And those type of products are transfer of risk products. You're transferring the risk to the carrier to solve a specific situation. Under the P.I.L.L scenario, you're solving for the P.I.L.L. You're transferring the risk to the annuity company to solve for either principal protection, income for life, legacy, or long-term care. By the way, if you do not need to solve for one of those four things, principal protection, income for life, legacy, or long-term care, if you don't need to solve for those contractually, one or more, or all four, but at least one, you do not need an annuity. Can I be more clear? There's no G. Do not buy annuities for market growth. I know everyone out there is trying to sell you that. Do not do that. Index annuities are good products, but they're fixed annuities. They're life insurance products, not securities that were designed to compete with CD returns. That's exactly what they do. And I use index annuities for income for life. I use them with attached benefit income riders for future income. That's how that works. And there's a lot of people pitching variable annuities. Because I used to work with Dean Witter and Morgan Stanley and Payne Weber and UBS, I understand markets, okay? I understand what real market growth is. And when I came out to the annuity world, I was just flabbergasted that people were out here trying to sell these as market growth products. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Even variable annuities, even no-load variable annuities, which were put on the planet in 1955 for tax-deferred growth, even variable annuities have limitations on the upside because they have limited choices of the separate accounts, which what me and you call mutual funds, inside the variable annuity. So there's limitations. Anytime there's limitations, that's not true market growth. So don't buy an annuity for true market growth, regardless of the type and regardless of the sales pitch. I mean, just don't buy that dream, that back-tested dream. In fact, there are a couple of states that are trying to ban back-tested proposals. In other words, where the person says, well, if you'd have owned it 10 years ago, you would have made this. Well, that's just garbage. That's like saying, if you would have exercised every day for the last 10 years, you'd be skinny. Of course. Hindsight's 2020, right? Hindsight's definitely 2020 in the annuity world. So, when you don't need an annuity is when you're looking for market growth. Or when you don't need an annuity is when you don't need to transfer risk. And I have 80-year-old people call me and they don't need to transfer risk. That's fine. You don't need an annuity. I have 50-year-old people that need to transfer risk. Fine. You need an annuity transfer risk strategy. But most of the time when people do need annuities, so that, the question is how to determine if you need an annuity. So the question is, what do you want the money to contractually do and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? Most people with 10,000 baby boomers retiring every single day, they're looking for guarantees, and most are looking for guaranteed lifetime income. The income floor, as I call it, which is, the guaranteed income that's hitting your bank account every month that covers expenses, Social Security, a pension if you are so fortunate or work for the government, whatever, or a company that has not changed their their retirement plan. I think there's less than 10% of the companies out there. I don't know if I think that's the number that offer pensions. So most of the retirement plans out there are what's called defined contribution plans, which are growth. You're trying to grow your money. And then at retirement, you've got to figure out how to turn that growth into income. So, most of the people, are looking for annuities for income. Now, that might be you. And one of the things I need to point out is when you look at annuities for income, annuities are commodity products, and you should quote all carriers, and that's what we do at theannuityman.com. We quote all carriers for your specific situation, but understand that because they're commodity products, annuity quotes are like a gallon of milk, meaning that, no, you don't drink it, but it expires every 7 to 10 days. You have to quote all carriers, and if you want to lock that in, you lock it in during the application process. But, 1 week it could be XYZ company at the top, and the next week that XYZ company that was out the top the previous week would be finished 7th. So do not allow anyone to just show you 1 or 2 carriers, because they're steering you to the carrier that they want you to choose, because I guess they get to go on a trip to Italy with their girlfriend or wife if they sell enough of it. So, just look for the highest contractual guarantee, and then from that number, base your decision then on claims payability and the strength of the carrier, et cetera. So you always own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. The will do are the contractual guarantees only. So that's the bottom line. Now, I did have a client call in the other day and say, I'm looking at these annuities. I'm not sure I need it right now. I said, well, tell me your situation. Well, the bottom line is he really didn't need it because he was kind of a stock trader. But my question was, tell me about your spouse. Does she care at all about the stock market? Because, some of the best traders in the world are female, by the way, because they're probably better decision makers than us. But in this situation, his wife could care less. All she cared about was going to see the kids and the grandkids. My wife is kind of like that. She could care less about anything financial. And I said, well, why don't you start putting in place future lifetime income streams for her when you pass? And that's what we did. So in a lot of cases, lifetime income can be also a legacy strategy as well. So bottom line with this, and I'll kind of close with this, is annuities are not for everybody, bottom line. And don't buy products that sound too good to be true, because they are every single time. You're buying contracts. These are contractual guarantees, and you need to quote all carriers for your specific situation. We obviously would love to take care of that for you at theannuityman.com. But I also would like to offer my books. I've written 7 books on the subject, all published at Amazon, but I will send them to you for free. If you go to theannuityman.com, there's a place to sign up, and we'll ship those to you. In addition to this podcast that I do every week, I also release a YouTube video, Stan the Annuity Man YouTube channel. Every Monday through Friday, a brand new YouTube video comes out. That's informative, 8 to 10 minutes long, that talks about everything annuities, just all the questions that you might have. And I'm also currently writing for a lot of major platforms. One of them is thestreet.com. I'm releasing a ton of articles and stuff on thestreet.com. I've written for MarketWatch and everywhere else. What I'm trying to do is educate. I'm an edutainer. I'm an educator. I'm the top agent in the country. I do sell annuities, but only if they're appropriate. I really believe that you should be able to make your decision on your terms and your time frame with the most information humanly possible. That includes if you need to see a specimen policy or the copy of the application or whatever, in addition to my books. So, my name is Stan the Annuity Man. Been doing this a long, long time. And the topic of the day was how to determine even if you need an annuity. And I think we covered that. Just remember the 2 questions and the acronym P.I.L.L. Go to The Annuity Man to get the quote, and feel free to contact us anytime. And with that, thanks for listening to Fun with Annuities. See you next time. Thanks for listening to Fun with Annuities. Please hit the subscribe button and make sure to go to my site at theannuityman.com, where you can run your own SPIA, DIA, and QLAC quotes and see a live feed of the best MIGA fixed rates in the country, and even get indexed and income rider quotes as well. You can also sign up for my 6 annuity owner's manual books, and I'll ship them for free and under no obligation. I also encourage you to schedule a one-on-one call with me, Stan the Annuity Man, so we can have a full discussion of your specific situation. It will be the best brutally factual and truthful advice you will ever get, and that's one guarantee you should definitely take advantage of. So join me next time for the #1 annuity podcast on the planet, Fun with Annuities.